today's episode, we look at how we did in the league, we have a look at the Premier League awards, and we take a look at our targets for next season. And welcome back, guys, to another episode of Building Bournemouth with me, Cookies FM, and it is episode 8 of season 1, and it is our end of season review. So here we are, guys, at the league table. All 38 games have been played, and we have achieved our expectation of avoiding relegation. However, we have failed my expectation of bettering Eddie Howe. We have finished 16th place, 9 wins, 11 draws and 18 losses, a goal difference of -11 and on 38 points. 1 point a game, it seems. And here we are in the FA Cup. This is our little review. So as you'll remember, we came in the third round, we beat Eastleigh 3-0. We then got to the fourth round, we beat West Brom 4-2, and then we sadly went out to Liverpool 2-0 away from home. And that was our FA Cup journey finished. Just so you can have a look, FA Cup final is between Chelsea and Newcastle. And here we are at the Premier League awards. As you can see, we didn't win a toffee. De Gea winning Golden Glove, Footballer of the Year being Anthony Martial, Goal of the Month, there you go, we came 3rd in February, 2nd in January, and that was the best we did. Goal of the Season, Paul Pogba. Manager of the Month, we didn't claim any, it was all between United, Liverpool and Chelsea. Manager of the Year, Jose Mourinho. Player of the Month, we did win one in April, where we had Josh Murphy Player of the Month. Players Player of the Year, Anthony Martial. Players Team of the Year, we have De Gea in goal, Sandro for Man City at left back, Company, Bailey and Lindelof complete the defence. Robbie Brady, what a surprise, he's in there. Pogba, Mata in the centre, Martial on the right, and then up front we have Aguero and Lukaku. Players Young Player of the Year is Anthony Martial again. He seems to have done a clean sweep. Top goal scorer Lukaku, 25 goals, followed by Aguero and Morata. And here we are, just looking at our squad stats. I've made a end of season stats view. Let me know in the comments below whether you like it or not. Might put it up on Steam if you want to grab it. So as you can see, our best average rating was Simon Francis for 2 games, 8.3. Cool, what a rating that is. But over, I'd say you're probably looking over 20 games to get a good range. Bailey Cargill out on loan, 50 games, 7.24. Pretty decent. Obviously he's not been playing for us. So our best player was Josh Murphy. Came in the January window, played 20 games, 7.17 average rating, 3 player of the matches, 7 goals from 17 shots, which is pretty decent, 5 assists from 24 key passes, not great. Pass completion rate 74%, which is pretty decent. Crosses attempted 159, crosses completed 14, so poor. Just looking at our key players that I thought were going to be our key players in this season, Lewis Cook, he's up there, he's not had a bad season, but look at those passes, 2,242 passes completed. He's completed 81% of his passes, which is pretty decent. But only 4 assists from 49 key passes is pretty poor, and 3 goals from 17 shots, 28% shots on target ratio. He has done his work in the distance though, 454 kilometres, pretty decent. Another player who I thought was going to be key for us was Callum Wilson. He's not performed to his usual standard for me. 11 goals from 27 shots, just under half. That's alright, it's not great, it's alright for avoiding relegation. but we wanted to try and push into that top half. 6 assists from 33 key passes, not bad. Again, 7 average rating. Let's look at the disappointing players then. We're looking at Tyrone Mings, Jermaine Defoe and Adam Smith. Let's start with Tyrone Mings, as he's at the bottom. 17 games played, obviously no shots, no goals, 2 key passes, no assists, quite a high percentage of passes completed, which is decent, but just played poorly. 6.81. Same with Jermaine Defoe, 6.81, not good enough for me. 20 games started, 17 as a substitute, 12 goals from 31 shots. Yes, it's quite decent, to be fair. He's got a 58% shots on target ratio, 3 assists from 20 key passes. He's got a high enough passing completion rate, just didn't really perform. And then Adam Smith, the last one, 28 games started, 2 as a sub, and you got to say, you got to expect better from him. You have 5.55 tackles a game, 6.83, needs to be getting more assists, 2 assists from 13 key passes, and this is what gets you: 13 key passes from 1,201 passes completed. So shocking. And 110 crosses attempted, 10 crosses completed, 9%. That is shocking. Welcome back, guys. So here is my short list of players that I've been tracking throughout the whole season. Different variety of players. We've got Kieran Tierney here, left back from Celtic. Now they won, as you can see here, maximum asking price 37.5 million. A lot of dough. Now I'm not sure how much money we're going to get next season, but I don't think it's going to be that high. Demarai Gray is one that I wanted, but again, I think when I offered to try and get him, they wanted something like 100 odd million, so never going to get him. Ruben Diaz is another one. Benfica want 40 odd million for him. So all of these players that we're just scrolling through now, I've tried to get at some point this season. Adi Lookman, I love that guy. He's a quality player on FM. He's been on loan at Wolves this season, and see if I can get him on loan from Everton next season. He might be what we're missing up front. David Brooks, another quality player that you can retrain as a striker. Yeah, and Jaika Tongo is, I think I've murdered that name, but he's actually coming to us next season, so we'll see how he does and what position we're going to train him in, because he can play either wing and up front, so it's going to be a task to try and settle him down to a position. And we have signed Rodrigo. He's joining us in 2019. I'm hoping that Brexit is kind to us. When is it? 9th to 1st, 2019. So this January, which will be pretty decent. But obviously he hasn't got a work permit, so we're gonna have to look at that. I think we do have an affiliate where we can send him on loan. I think it's in France or somewhere. We'll check that out in a minute. Declan Rice is another good player, West Ham youngster. These just lots of different players that I've scouted throughout the season. These ones now at the bottom are new gen, and then you get these guys that I haven't scouted yet. So you've got Moussa Dembele, looking at him to bring in. We've bid for Rajkovic. He's always been a decent goalkeeper, and that's it. Thank you for watching, guys. As always, like, comment and share the video. Remember to hit that bell if you want to be notified every time I put a video up. As always, please provide me with positive, constructive criticism. that I can make my videos better and hopefully make it more enjoyable for you guys to watch. If you like this end of season review, tell me in the comments. If you don't, also tell me in the comments, and we'll talk about what we could do instead. But this is the end of season 1, and we'll be back shortly for the start of season 2. See you next time.